So you already know I was tapping into the energy tonight, and I was getting huge downloads on this emotional energy, and it has to do with the King of Cups, or you could be in this King of Cups energy. I was picking up a lot on water energy, so you could be a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, or this could be your sun, moon, or rising sign. This also could be another person who's in your energy heavy, and they could be a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces as well. You could be coming to terms with your emotions, and I feel like just finally choosing to come from a more understanding place, because I feel like now you thinking clear. Now you really seeing like why certain situations brought you to just such emotional turmoil. Like it brought you through kind of like you being in the ocean and it's just calm and it's just serene, and then out of nowhere here comes a storm, and I mean like you getting like rocked the fuck out. Like, where the fuck this shit come from? But I feel like this storm has brought you so much wisdom. It has brought you so much, like, more peace, of course, but it has also caused you to, like, make peace with your past. So I feel like there was a part of yourself from the past that was also like, okay. So I always look at my past self as kind of like a lower vibrational self of me versus like my higher self. I wouldn't even say low vibrational. I just was on a certain level to where I wasn't where I'm at now, and I'm still not where my higher self is now. Like, and it's not even possible on this 3D plane, but it's like within like that growth, you develop wisdom and you develop maturity. And I feel like this is what has happened. This could be within the last, okay, so I'm picking up 10 years, 7 years, 6 years, 4 years, 3 years. Also, it could be within the past 10 months, 6 months, 7 months, 4 months, 3 months. Also, I was picking up on the colors green, the colors gold, and the colors orange. Really heavy. Yes, I feel like you are making peace with this part of yourself, which is putting you in this King of Cups energy. And you don't have to be a masculine to embody King of Cups. You could also be a feminine, being more, basically just grounded with her emotions, being more clear-headed with her emotions, not, getting overwhelmed, basically not drowning in emotions, because some situations are meant to take us out of our serene and calm selves. And I feel like you are like in this unfazed energy where it's just like a lot of shit don't bother you no more like how it used to. And if it did, you've learned the lesson from that, to where it's like it can't bother me like no further. I feel like in the past, like these situations, you did allow them to bother you or to hurt you and take over you emotionally, to the point where either you would self-sabotage or you would just be in this like in this very anxious and confused energy. And I feel like you becoming like this more mature and like peaceful person, it has caused you to be put into like this leadership role where a lot of people do look up to you as a leader. Like, other people see you making peace with your past, and they feel like, damn, like, if she could make peace with her past, like, I should be able to do that too. I feel like you take care of people. You're a very generous person. Very generous king. Very generous queen. I feel like you lead with, like, a level of compassion to where it's like a lot of this shit, even though it may not be, like, it's not all love and light, whether it's love or light or whether it's dark of light, like all that shit, I know ultimately is for the greater good. Like it all ties into each other, and I feel like that's really true compassion, where it's like unconditional love for like just life itself and the things that like polarize back and forth throughout these timelines that we experience. It's just like I'm still grateful for it, and that's like that ties into compassion, and compassion ultimately ties into, you know, yes, him, source, all of that, love. But yeah, I also feel like whether things are light or dark, you love it. And I also feel like you're a very charitable person. Like you give to people who need it without even thinking twice. It's like if somebody asks you for something, you want to do it. Even if you can't do it, you want to do it, or you going to make somebody else, you going to make it happen for that person. I feel like you're a very benevolent person. Like you add into people's lives, whether they be lovers, friends, family, co-workers, strangers, you add into people's lives. I feel like right now you could be expressing your sensitivity with no filter, just complete openness. And I feel like you just don't give a fuck anymore, because it's like, if I'm giving it with pure intentions, how you take it is not on me. How it's taken, it don't matter anymore, because I put it out there, and I put it out there with pure intention. I feel like right now you are going with the flow. I feel like a lot of things just aren't forced anymore. You don't feel that energy of like forcing any kind of relationship. The relationships you do have now, they are going to get deeper. They're going to get more meaningful, just simply because you are being in this energy. I feel like I said, you're not really worried or fazed about a lot of shit. I feel like you really have like a relaxed attitude. Like literally people could call you, like they could look at you and be like, oh, she got a resting bitch face. Like, is she even fazed by like what's going on? Like, does she even care? But it's like, that's just you having that relaxed attitude and like being at ease and being at calm, you know, like it don't show. Like you could be anxious, you could be stressed, it don't show on your face. I feel like because you put all your emotions like into other things, like you may put all your emotions to like daydreaming or meditating, or like I feel like you put a lot of your emotions into your creativity, like doing the things that you love. And I feel like this is what you're being called to do. Like whatever it is that you do, creativity, and that makes you feel at ease and at calm, this is what you're being called to do. I feel like this is what you being in this King of Cups energy, it keeps you together. Like when things get rocky, like when things get like, you know, shaky, when your emotions get shaky. And that's because you've matured emotionally, and I know that you're mastering every day, evolving every day, like to master these thoughts in your subconscious mind. Like you do not let them get, you know, to you. You remain unfazed, like even in the face of like fear or in the face of difficulty, like that shit don't faze you. I feel like you really could be in this lion spirit. Like a lion sits there unfazed, a lion sits there engaged. So you could be like, you like to gaze, or you kind of like to gaze off. I also picked up on like the side of your face. So you could like the side profile of your face, or people could like the side profile of you. Yeah, like a lion, really. I feel like you could remain diplomatic in a lot of situations and a lot of disagreements. Like you don't like to really choose sides and extreme. You like to just remain like, not even neutral, but you like to remain calm and at ease. Like, and I feel like right now you could just be moving like, yeah, into your creativity. Like whenever you feeling highly emotional, you're not taking it as like you being highly emotional. You taking it as like, I need to put this energy into something else. Like I need to be generous. I need to be generous with my energy and not waste it on like negativity or putting it into, you know, me being overly emotional or just unbalanced. I feel like you could have situations like even at your workplace to where you could be being tried, to where it's like, people could be trying to get you out your, out your mood, out your phase. And it's just like, man, I put the emotions, I put the logic together, and we get wins. We get wins all day. Like, nothing you can do to really phase me. Like, honestly, like, the shit that really bothers me, it has nothing to do with another, like, human being trying to intentionally, like, put me out of, like, my character. The shit that bothers me is some other shit. But, people will try to be that, and I feel like right now you unfazed. Like, you have, because you're so like mature, and this did come with like age. This did come with time. So like I'm getting like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, you wasn't on this. That's just what it was. Like, you wasn't on this. You may have been on this on a certain level, but you wasn't on this. I feel like you could have major growth within the past 10, 6, 7, 4, 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Even a few months ago, even this year, from the beginning, probably February. I feel like something in February could have happened significant to you, or in March, and it was like this shit didn't phase you still. Like, you still kept going with the flow. You still kept going, even though you didn't know where you was going. It's like, I'm still here. I'm still unfazed. Like, I'm still in my ultimate, like, emotional. Not even emotional versus logic. It's emotional and logic together, because that's what equals wins. Like, that's what equals, that synergistic energy where it's emotion and logic playing together to where you can create this balanced energy about yourself, to where you can, like, ultimately align to your higher self, like, to where you can make better decisions, where you can make, you prevent yourself from being that overly emotional character. But yeah, tap in.